Alright, hello, this is Kyle Van Hook, and I am doing UAT's Tank Project Milestone 4. Yeah, whoops. Should reload that, but oh well. Uh, I guess starting off from the list will just show that the tank still moves, and the AI is still there, and the map generation, the power-up's still there. All work. As you can see, the map still generates. We've got power-ups scattered around the whole area. We've got enemies that still work. Uh, yeah. And if we could actually exit it, I'd show you we can exit via the button, but we can't. So I guess actually I guess in response to that, a better place. Reset game. No. Instant game quit. And then somewhere, I'm sorry, I'm just checking to make sure I actually have it, because yeah, we have application.quit. But I'm wasting time. I can show you that we have working start screen, options, and credit or button. I guess let's just go on there quickly and show that off. So this is the title screen. You can press any button, and I was pressing one of the arrow keys, and you'll just hop into this. We have a working settings menu. We have a credit menu, which isn't needed. We have an exit, and yeah, as you look down here, it does actually do the game quit, then followed by application. Here, shoot me. I think. Yeah, and then. No, that was near the start. Quit by. That's only one. Game over screen. On private. Yeah, that should be doing exactly what I'm expecting it to. It's basically the same. But it should work when you quit. Let's see. Finite state machine. We technically don't have finite. Well, I don't know if these are finite state machines, but we have a section for the title screen. Actually, let's title screen here, the main menu here, the settings menu, credits, a section for the gameplay, which isn't instantiated yet because nothing is actually there and there's no camera, and the game over screen. Instantiated players. Yeah, alright. Players, AI, pickups, and level pieces rooms are all instantiated and do not exist in the start of the scene. As I can show you, oh, that's the game over. This is the gameplay scene where the actual game starts. There's nothing here. There's just a map generator and a empty canvas. At the start of the game, everything, including the everything is basically, well, on game start, everything is spawned. As you can see, everything here is spawned. If I can go find our wonderful friend. As you can see, once he shoots me, everything here that is that is part of the, well, not part of the gameplay system, but these are things that are spawned in the gameplay. They're spawned because of the gameplay. These are all going to be destroyed. All the player objects, all the AI controllers, all the tiles, all the power-ups, all the power-up spawners. All players should be dead by this point, but they're also going to be destroyed. And as you can see, they're all destroyed. Those one-shot audios will eventually go away. Yeah, alright. But other than that, oh yeah, I have to actually show you that. So the start for the game manager is so the start, which basically holds all the startup stuff for the actual scene, is in the active gameplay scene, which basically deactivates all states. It sets the game over to false. It will set this active game, the gameplay screen object to true, and then it'll go to start game. Which there's a lot of stuff, and this is a miss. Alright, it'll basically generate a map. It'll spawn a player, and depending on whether or not split screen is checked, it will spawn player 2. It will then spawn the player for player 1 and player 2, and then assign their size. And if there's only one player, it'll only spawn 1. It will, let's see, it will set, yeah, we'll already have spawned player 1, and maybe player 2 at this point. So we'll already have the player controller. We'll have something to keep track of the player pawn, and we'll have something to keep track of the player camera. So then we'll just set the current score to 0. And then we'll spawn enemies, we'll spawn our power-ups. And then that's basically the end of this. Option screen exists and has settings for FX. Alright, I can show you the options screen. Wonderful. Because sometimes the music is too loud. Come on. Alright, and our options is the settings. Let's get the audio mixer up. You can see and hear that our audio is slowly going down. If we go here, you can tell that the music is going down. Oh, I could have just... Oh well. Sound effects are still at a regular size, or sound. But, come on. Load. We can get back here, and we can go to the FX, and one of the sounds that is affected by the FX is the button clicking, which is a bit smaller. Yeah, that's affected, and so is shooting. And so is also collecting objects, or collecting collectibles. The only sounds that aren't affected by the FX are the hitting sound and the bullet hitting sound and the explosion sound for tank deaths. And that's because they're play at clips at points. Because the objects that they're attached to are being destroyed. Come on. I'll probably have to show this again, but as you can see, our high score is saved and we can also reset it. And if we go to, basically if we die, we can see the high score is kept. Liar. Oh yeah. Okay. I was only showing the volume. I did not show the map or the toggle for a split screen, which is questionable. Alright, I'm gonna... First of all, we're gonna set this down. So I'm gonna do the map type first. So, before I even do that, map generator. I just want to show this off, or at least show proof that our initialized random is here in the map generator, and then if the random type equals random type seeded, we'll basically get the seeded there that we have, and we'll initiate a state to do a random. If a random type is random, we'll just get the date time and the tick, and the initiate state then. And the random type map the day, we will get the date and the date time now, and then initiate state then. The reason I mention this is because, well, it's weird. Spawning by random, it's almost always random, even if it is seeded. But I do want to show off that, yeah, you can. yeah, you can change the map generation. Where are you? Options. There you are. And on like press random, we will end up getting going to the game manager instance level, map generator, random type, and then we'll just be setting the random type for random for on random pressed. For map of the day, we'll be changing that to map of the day. And then on seeded, we will press seeded. But also on edit end, I like to show off on edit ended because that's for the seed. You can actually type in the seed here and get a number. Since this thing takes strings, we're not actually putting in that number. We're getting a hash code. We're getting a hash code and then turning that into a parse seed. And then we're just setting the map generator's seed to seed. And also, this you gotta still make sure to actually select seeded. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was an open square here. And the next thing to actually show is the one-player mode. So in settings, we have a toggle switch here to enable split screen. And once we do that, we have split screen here. Player 1 is on the left, and they're moved by WASD, and they shoot with space. The second player is on the right, and they're moved with the arrow keys, and they shoot with enter. Where's my... There you are. And both... Actually, before I do that, I want to show score and lives here. The score and lives are separate. So if you shoot our second player, he will lose 0, and since he has 0 lives, he will not respawn. Ow. Oh no. And then if we go to settings, and then unenable split screen, we are completely fine. Alright, awesome. By music volume option. I showed that. I can show that quickly. I mean, how the... Well, I can also explain how the UI... so as you can... so for the music volume, the music that basically plays on all the menus, the title screen, and the computer noises in the gameplay scene are all controlled by the music volume, and also technically the master volume. And the reason this works, let me close the door. And the reason this works is where is game options menu? Yeah, there we are. On music side, we're during this when the music volume slider is changed, we are getting a new volume, and we're setting the music volume slider dot value. We're checking then if the new volume is less than or equal to 0. We'll just set the new volume to -80, which is the lowest decibel that the slider can go. Otherwise, we are going to do math.log10 to return a base 10 logarithmic of the volume. Will equal new volume will equal that, and then we need to make it in the 0 to 20 FB range. That might be decibel range instead of no. Fairly, instead of the 1 to 2 decibel range. So we're then going to multiply the new volume by 20, and then with that we set the main audio mixer float music volume to the new volume, and that exposed parameter music volume is the is basically an exposed parameter of this music attunement volume right here, and it's pretty much works similar to the SFX and the master as well. I have explained that the SFX volumes work. The bullet hit and the bullet tank death sadly aren't affected because they're play hit. What was it? Play clip at point, and that's not affected by the audio mixer. But I think I've shown off at least tank fire, tank power up sounds, and buttons. But we can actually, that's the menu sound. We can set this to half. And ad score picked up. Oh yeah. So just playing. I think I already did show ad score. Just showing that the UI is separate to the two players, but this is an ad score object. It's a chicken. If you run over it, we will add to the score. We can reset that again. But yeah. Scores increase for killing tanks. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. Got 50. 50, another 70, I think? 20, or no, 10. I think I made the blue ones 20 because they weren't. Alright, there we go. And we ended up killing the last guy. And since all the AI are killed, that ended up ending the game. So that's cool. Screen. Alright. So, player health. I think I can get out of this. But, here is the player camera. We spawn each of these cameras for both players. Let's see. Come on. We can just spawn you and just... Nope. I do not want to open. As you can see, the canvas here is screen space camera. Actually, would screen space overlay mess with it? Well, actually, I need to get rid of that camera first. First of all, you need to leave, delete. let's check. Come on, load. It's not like I can always hit it back. But I can show that. Yeah, that works. What about multiplayer? Because that's the important thing. No. Alright. That's why I had the player camera here as a screen space camera. They each separately don't fit and don't make their own for each player. So I will get points taken off that probably. But I know it's important that both players have their own settings that work. Like this. World space canvas used to show health for all pawns. Well, if I remember correctly, this is the canvas. It's a world space for the health bar. And how did we do this? I think player health component. Yeah, health image. We have a player health component for each object. We basically get the player image, and we're changing the health image fill amount to the current health divided by the max health. And we're doing that for each section, like take damage and heal, whenever, and increased max health, whenever that happens. Two-player mode utilizes separate controls. I've showed that. Camera settings split. I've shown that. Camera settings for split screen are based on number of players in the game. One player's up. Camera set, well, technically I made it so that one player can continue to play. Well, no. Yeah, technically this works. Split screen is based off number of players. It's a toggle, so splits toggle it off if you want to play single player. Toggle it on if you want to play multiplayer. And yeah, I think I've shown multiple times that when both players' lives are 0, you'll just continue to play. But until either all the enemies are destroyed or we'll do you. Just a reference. Player 1 will die. Nothing will happen except for the fact that I think player 1 is the one that has the audio, because I've set player 2's audio off because we're having issues with multiple audio listeners. But once both of their lives are 0, we'll reset and go back to the menu. And I think that's... Oh yeah, not everything. Exceeding the maximum... I don't want... One thing that I did get is up here with the score on the lives. Originally they were white, but I managed to figure out how to make a code that would... Score manager. Here, a score that would... after going through a countdown, it will change, get a random color from the HSV and Alpha Rangers. And then we'll just be setting the score text color and the score live text color to those colors. Then we'll reset the timer and keep doing that. And then I messed around with the animator. Where is it? Oh yeah, animations for... basically made animations for the score and the lives, so that they're basically pulsing. And I think the color is fine, or at least the flashing rate is fine. So it shouldn't have enough luck. Yeah. And that's basically what I've done for my project. I think that's everything. So have a good day. Bye-bye.